All right, let's welcome into Straight Fire a first-time guest. Oh my gosh! All right, so let me tell you about the first time I heard about this guy. So I'm playing in a local hoops league, and everybody keeps talking about this YouTuber who can shoot the lights out. And I was like, okay, I don't know who he is. I'm up here all the time. And then like, oh, that's him. And then they say his name, Hudson Matter, and I'm like, wait a minute, Matter. My daughter watches. Are you related to Salish? And he's like, yeah, that's my sister. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So now we became friends. He can hoop. It's legit. Hudson Matter. How you
A little
doing, my
bit.
man?
Hey, since you said lights out shooter, that was like greatest compliment I can be given. So I'll take it. I'll take it.
Oh, so many questions for Hudson. So obviously, he's a big basketball guy. He's a Knicks fan. And so what are you, Knicks, Duke? Who else you like?
I'm a Knicks fan, Duke fan, Yankee fan, and those are like my main three. My dad's a Cowboy fan, so I like the Cowboys
Oh
too.
my God. So wait, hold up, hold up. I need to know the background. Where are you from? Because people are going to hear Duke front runner, Knicks front runner, and Yankees. I mean, are you a New York guy?
I mean, yeah, born and raised in New York. I
Oh,
unfortunately,
nice.
I wish the Knicks were a front running team, but not for a while. Hey, this is our year though. This we'll get into it, but this is our year.
Well, yeah, we'll talk Knicks a little bit. So interesting. I didn't know you were from New York. I've known you for I don't know, maybe a year.
Oh, you didn't
And
know
his
that? Yeah.
yeah. So you're his dad's working out like every day in the gym. Haven't
Correct.
met the daughter yet, but sorry, sister. So essentially, Hudson's sister's such a big deal when she goes out locally in the South Bay. My daughter and her friends will like see her and oh my gosh, there she is, and people are like taking a picture. Now, are you getting that treatment being a big time YouTuber with what 2 million subscribers?
A little bit. It happens from time to time. It happens from time to time, and it's cool. It's cool to see that positive reinforcement to keep going. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It depends where I am. If I'm in a place where there's like younger people, then it happens more.
Yeah. So I got to ask, like, people are now aspiring to not necessarily be you, but be an influencer, somebody who
Yep.
makes money for a living off social media. I mean, I'm not
Right.
gonna lie, it is a great job. I still have to wake up every day. I got to go to a meeting. I got to go to a show, a studio. I'm told what I have to wear. You do whatever the hell you want. Nobody's telling you what to do, right?
I mean, yeah, it depends. I the way I see it is like if you're a YouTuber, your job is your boss is like the audience. So whatever the audience wants, that is essentially what you need to deliver on. To an extent, you should still make what you're passionate about. But yeah, I mean, I guess to an extent, yeah, like if I can wear like, you know, a tank top every day if I wanted to.
Mhm.
I don't, but you could. Or you can, yeah, you can basically more or less do whatever you want as an influencer in terms of content creation. So it's like you do so usually the path it goes is like you find something you're passionate about in terms of like content. You start making videos about that. You build an audience for that, and then you just build that audience over time. So if you let's say basketball, you are a basketball fan, then you want to be a basketball creator. So you make videos about how to get better at basketball, or here are the top 10 NBA players of all time, and then
Mhm.
people start following your page, and it builds over time, and that's usually the path it goes.
So what's interesting is you said the audience is kind of your boss, but the
Yep.
audience is general. I know for this podcast we do heavy NBA, heavy NFL, whatever's like kind of a hot topic, Caitlin Clark, whatever. But I pitched an idea to my producer about the Yankees and this ABS baseball system with the referee, the umpires, everybody's freaking out, and he's like, "Yeah, your audience isn't a lot of baseball guys. I would just say forget it, unless it's
Interesting.
something major happens." So I'm wondering when you talk to your team about videos, do you have a niche or do you want to try to still be very broad and whatever's hot?
I mean, it depends honestly. So for background, like I had a YouTube channel for like 7 years. Built it to 2 million subscribers. Now I own a company where we basically work with celebrities and brands on YouTube channels. So we'll basically build out like different celebrities YouTube channels, or like more on the brand side, like do all of their optimization for their content. And what we'll do is every channel that we work with, we want to have like a specific audience. Not necessarily like a niche, but we want to say, okay, I'll give you an example. The professor Grayson, the professor, like the basketball creator. So he's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
client of ours. And so what we'll do for him is like we're like, okay, your audience is aged, XYZ, whatever it is. And then we'll make sure each video idea is related and directly appealing to that audience. Or
Mm.
what I used to think about when I was making videos is I would say, okay, my audience is aged, probably 12 through 18, and they're like probably like 60-40 female to male split. So I'd say, okay, what is
Wow.
yeah, I'd be like, what does every, 15-year-old guy think about? and it's school. You know what I mean? Like school is an obvious, like that's what they're doing all day, every day. They're consistently, it's in their mind. So then a concept I'd come up with would be like, I survived the world's strictest school. So it's like a cool twist on it because it's like funny, it's entertaining, but it
Mm.
also has something that's constantly in their mind. So that's kind of, I don't know if that answers your question, but that's kind
Yeah,
of
no,
the
no,
way
for
I think of
sure.
it.
But I think some people think they're like, whoa, back up, Hudson. You built your channel over 7 years to 2 million subs. I mean, listen, my son, who is just turned 15, he's the one who told me, Dad, you need a YouTube page. All my friends at school are like, oh, I see him on YouTube. And my
Yep.
son's like, he's on TV, and like no kids watch TV apparently.
Right.
So they like, you gotta get on YouTube. But it takes forever to get followers on YouTube. So when you talk us to us about growing to 2 million from scratch,
Ooh.
because that's kind of impressive.
Thank you. I mean, yeah, I mean, dude, the thing, like YouTube is, for people who don't know, like YouTube is the #1 streaming platform on TV. So over Netflix, over cable television, over Hulu, and over any streaming platform, YouTube is what people watch on TV, and then also obviously on their phones, tablets, computers, etc. So that kind of, I think, can show the power of it and why like most kids kind of flood to it. It's like, oh, you need a YouTube channel, whatever. I think a lot of it is, I mean, I can talk on and on about like how to build a YouTube channel. I would say that if I left you with like two main points, it would be, one is consistency, and that's
Mhm.
pretty obvious. So I'll still say it, but it's like, upload videos consistently, don't give up, and then like each video, try to learn something. So study the analytics behind the video, go into YouTube Studio, which is basically where you see the
Yeah.
retention graph, the click-through rate, all of that kind of nitty-gritty details. Try to study those and then be like, okay, how can I improve something for the next video? And then just do that every time. And then eventually, after you make like 30 or 40 videos, they'll start to pick up viewership, and then you just keep going and going and going.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
mean,
one thing.
easier said than done. But
Totally.
it's like, so were you doing this all by yourself? I know obviously your dad's a pretty prominent YouTuber. I don't know if was your mom a YouTuber? Are you like,
No,
did you grow up basically saying, hey, you're doing this from an early age?
not at all. I actually told my dad to start his channel when he was like, and when I was probably 11 or 12, because he was a
Wow.
photographer. Yeah, he was a photographer in New York City. He was doing like dance photography. And I was like, hey, you have an interesting life. You should make videos about it. He's like, okay. And then that did well. And then I started my channel when I was 13. Yeah, June of 2019. And yeah, it's so I guess I kind of did grow up doing it, but it wasn't like the kind of thing where I knew I would be a YouTuber when I was born. It wasn't like,
Right.
Bronny playing in the NBA.
Bro, stop taking shots at Bronny.
No, no,
So
no, no
let me
shots,
ask.
no shots. Bronny, I love Bronny. He's great.
By the way, do you know him at all or no?
No, no, no. I wish. I wish.
You're rooting for him. All right. So
Yeah.
so like you become a YouTuber in, I guess, middle school, and then in high school, you're kind of a big deal on YouTube. Did that interact with your work and stuff? Were you like kind of famous in high school?
Honestly, so it was weird. When the channel got big, actually was during COVID. And then I grew up in New York, and then when I was like 15, we moved to California.
Got it.
And when I moved there, I was in high school, and honestly, I just like didn't tell anybody about it. And then
Oh,
people kind of started to find out. And then like I wouldn't say it made me honestly like that crazy popular or anything. I think it's like because I went to a smaller school, so people didn't really care. I think when they found out, they're like, "Oh, that's cool," but then it kind of just
yeah.
became kind of normal after probably a month or so. So nothing crazy.
But then you graduate high school, and I mean, I haven't even asked. Did you go to college, or did you just say I'm going to be an influencer?
Yeah, no, I wanted to be creator and then like business owner. And no, I never even considered going to college. I think my GPA in high school was probably like 1.8.
Oh, shucks. Wow. All right, I won't tell my son that. Wait, interesting. You use the word creator instead of influencer. Is influencer like kind of a grimy term? People are kind of move away from that?
I mean, bro, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's a grimy term. I know a lot of people don't necessarily like to be referred to as influencers, but I don't know. I just say creator because I don't know. I guess that's what I just grew up saying. I don't have
Mm,
any opinion on it, to be honest.
mm. So then I follow you on IG and I see like, yeah, again, this is a guy who plays in my men's basketball league. He's funny, talks a lot of shit. And next thing you know, like he's traveling to China to talk on some panel. I'm like, wait, what's going on, Hudson? So when did you start getting invited to these like, I don't know, baller trips, creator trips, whatever they're called?
Ooh, that's a good question, actually. I don't know. I think it started the first time I ever talked on stage was at this event called Vid Summit like 2 years ago. And then I talked there, and then I honestly just started doing outreach if I knew people who were going to events, I'd be like, oh, this would be beneficial for me to like talk in front of these brands or whatever. And so I would ask them like, oh, who'd you get in touch with? Like, can I have their email? I'd message them. I'd say, hey, this is what I'm, doing, building. Any chance you want me to speak? And then that would work sometimes, or they just like reach out. So it honestly just depends, to be honest with you. But it's a lot of fun. I love traveling and getting to experience these things.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you're what, 20? How old are you, brother? Do you want to say or no?
Yeah. I just turned, or not just anymore. Wow, it's April. No, I'm 20. Yeah.
Oh, you're 20. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I feel
Damn,
old.
dude. Flying around the world to talk about your job, which is being a creator, that's amazing. So I guess a lot before we get to like actual sports, I'm just curious, what do you see as like, again, you're 20. That's super young. You've got your own business, your own company. That's amazing. But like, what do you see as next? Do you have it mapped out, or are you just like, hey, this is what's happening now? I don't really care about 5, 10 years from now.
No, I mean, I would say my 10-year goal is to build like a $100 million plus company. That's my goal. And then eventually I want to be president one day, but that's separate.
President of the company or of the United States?
No, of the United States. But that's
Yeah.
like a, 20-year goal.
I mean, shucks, they could probably use you in there now. It's not looking good, bro.
Yeah, yeah, the creator division. No, but no, that I would say I want to build a really big company is my goal. I would say that anything I can do to do that would be the goal. So that's my main focus.
I know AI is kind of cutting edge. I'm just curious, are you incorporating it at all in what you do?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think AI is huge. I think my perspective on AI is like it's more or less complex, but my feeling on it is I think it's not going to necessarily replace significant amount of the workforce. I think, or at least right now, I think the best tool is just utilizing it compared to worrying about it like being a replacement. I could see it coming from for a lot of like white collar jobs in terms of lawyers or engineers potentially in like the next 10, 20 years. But I mean it there's tons of ways to utilize it. I think like the AI revolution is happening now and faster than I could imagine, like even just thinking about it a few years ago. I use ChatGPT, like I've essentially trained my ChatGPT to know everything about like my business stuff so I can ask it questions. I was literally doing that before we jumped on here. But yeah, I mean, I think AI is going to be huge. And I think it's going to make a huge impact on the creator economy, just like it will with any other industry.
So I know your team is there, and I don't know. Hopefully, they're not listening. But like, are they worried that heck, they could get replaced? I mean,
you guys
got
worried?
a couple guys, and I know they're kind of ducking out of the camera, but like, I don't know, man. Think about it. Hudson, you just said it. You're using AI all the time. If you got 4 guys on your team, well, could I pay only 2 with the help of AI? I don't know. Does that stuff cross to your mind at all?
Yeah, they're cooked. Actually, you guys can leave now.
Well, no, just being a creator, obviously, that's what AI can't do. It can't come up with original, unique. AI is not starting businesses.
I mean,
They can help you, but they can't come up with one on their own.
yeah,
If that happens, we're all screwed. But I don't see that happening anytime.
no, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I think I'm not too worried about it in terms of like my team or like talent that I'd acquire because I think at least in this current moment, you still need people to train it. You know what I mean? You even like if I was doing it or like everything, they're not going to be able to like pay the payroll or come up with creative ideas or like produce videos or whatever. So no, these guys are amazing. Like AI couldn't just like replace them. All right, I gave you guys your flowers.
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you. This is non-sports before we get to the actual sports. Yeah. So I had a buddy who played hoops with us at Bay Club. He's a fine player, but single guy, about 27-ish. And he would go out in LA and girls would be like, yeah, how many Instagram followers do you have? Like early in the discussion. And he's like, what are you talking? Who cares? And eventually he moved to Arizona with some friends or whatever. He's having fun and whatever. But I'm just curious, do you get that a lot as a single young guy? And when girls hear, oh, you have how many followers? Are they more like, oh, you're big on TikTok and YouTube? I want to kind of get in your orbit. Are you getting that? And you can be honest.
Oh man. That's funny. The girl I'm actually currently seeing, which is funny, is I DM'd her on Instagram. So funny you mentioned that. I slid into her DM, super original. I followed her and then she followed me back, probably partially because I have
you have a lot of followers. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's unfair. Regular guys at bars can't hang with you, bro.
Hey, bro, you got like 200,000. You can't be
I
complaining.
do not have close to that on Instagram,
What do
and
you
I
have?
have like nine. You said you had 60% girls. I have, I think 94% guys, sports fans.
Yeah, but
No women know
but
who I
you
am.
got the verified. Now you're on TV. You're
Yeah, dude,
killing it.
we could go to a Laker game together, and I would guarantee you people are coming up to you because I saw Braden and Sam at a game. I helped get them tickets, and
Oh, that's
a
nice.
couple guys came up to me and were like, "Can I get a picture?" And Braden was like stunned. So I can only imagine what it would be like for you
Honestly,
going to
you'd
a
get
game.
recognized much more because you're a sports guy.
Yeah, but you're a YouTuber, dude, and that's where
That's
everybody
true.
is.
That's true. I mean, yeah, I think it just depends, dude. If I was like, yeah, completely depends on where I am. If I was like at a dance recital or something, which I don't know why I'd be there, but if I was like, they'd probably be a lot more people there. I don't know, bro. It's fun. Yeah, it's really funny, honestly.
All right, let's get to your game. On my teams at the Bay Club, I do a text thread with the team and I give out NBA comps. If you
Okay.
were on the squad, who would be your NBA comp? And be realistic. I
Ooh.
say Steph Curry for myself. I say Steph Curry / Jose Alvarado.
Okay,
Which
I like
terrible,
that. I like that. I mess
which is
with that.
terrible, but it's funny. So I'm
Whoa,
just curious. Give people
whoa.
an idea what your comp is. First of all, you're lefty, right?
I'm lefty. Yeah, I would say I'd say I'm like a nice little LeBron. No, I'm just playing.
This guy.
Oh,
So,
I don't like you
it's
laughing,
funny.
man.
You have a shot that looks similar to Tayshaun Prince. Do you
I
remember
don't even
him?
know who that is.
You don't even know who that is. Oh my gosh, Detroit. You were born in 2006. Yeah, he was in the finals with the Pistons. I mean, he was long. I think he was an All-American in college, a couple-time All-Star. Just an amazing defender. Which no disrespect, you're not. You're a good shooter though. You can stroke it from deep, bro. That's your game. Why are you laughing? Anyways, all
Hey,
right.
I've been
So
working on my defense, bro. I've been in the gym training. No, but I locked up a few of your guys in that playoff game. I will say
probably, yeah,
I
yeah.
held Braden to like 50 points, which is pretty low for him.
All right. So let's get to the Knicks.
Yeah.
A, if they don't get to the NBA Finals, do they try to trade for Giannis? And B, who do they trade in that deal?
Oh, now we're talking my language.
Unless you don't want to ship Giannis, or you don't want Giannis on the Knicks.
It depends what factors we'd give up. If we don't make the finals, or at least don't win, if we don't either make the finals or go to Game 7 in the Eastern Conference Finals, we have to do a lot of changes. I don't know how I feel about Mike Brown yet. I like him a lot, but I also think that I think he's gotten more like aggressive. I think in the beginning of the season he was too soft, and that led to one of the falls. I think he's gotten more aggressive, which I like getting a few technicals against that like OKC game when they gave those BS ref calls. Like that was good. I was at that game. Um, I think I think about Giannis. I don't know, dude. If we trade for him, I don't necessarily. I the way I'd see it is I don't think Giannis actually solves much. Like I don't think that the Knicks are
Wow.
a team. Like I don't think that the way the NBA is going currently is a it's a league of super teams. You know what I mean? I
Mm.
think like when you see the super teams that exist now, which might even be like the Lakers, which are looking good right now, but they, in my opinion, they'll be a second round exit. Um, like when you have Luka, LeBron, Austin Reeves, I don't necessarily think it's a league of superstars anymore. And I think that was the issue with like when the Bucks traded for Damian Lillard, and now look at them now because they traded so many
Yeah.
pieces away. I think that's part of the issue in today's NBA. I mean, you know a lot more about this than I do, but that would be my perspective. So I don't necessarily think like, oh, let's get Giannis as a replacement for Cat and then have him and Jalen Brunson together, because realistically, it's not going to be a 1-to-1 trade. We'll give away Jose Alvarado, maybe Kolek, maybe Mikal Bridges, OG
Yeah. What if they
Anunoby. Like
wanted Bridges and Cap? Would you do that? I mean, two
probably.
starters for a guy coming off major injuries. You could be right. I don't know that works.
I don't know. I think what we need, honestly, what the Knicks need is a culture thing. I think we have the talent. Like I think this roster has the talent. I just think we need better culture. I think the guys right now don't look like happy with each other as much as they should. I think we give up too much defensively. I think we need to start games stronger. I think we don't take our opponents seriously enough, especially if like there's no way the Rockets, who we beat in MSG, came out to like a 20-point lead in the first quarter. Like that
Yeah.
just should not happen.
So, where are you on MVP for this season? It's largely, and we're recording this right before the Lakers Thunder game. It's largely Jokic, SGA, Wemby, and Luka. Break that down for me. If you had a ballot, who are your top? Actually, you might as well do top five.
That's fun. I mean, first of all, what's funny is that everyone that you listed is in the West. Like the West, in terms of just
Oh,
like player people or like players, are like so much better than the East, overwhelmingly. But
Not even close. Yeah.
I would say I think it should be Luka. I think what he's done, especially later in the season, is unbelievable. I like Luka a lot. Great player, very motivated. I think Shea's nice, but I think a little bit of a foul baiter. But I think he's,
Yeah.
he's amazing. I don't know how I feel about Wemby. I don't think he's accomplished enough yet. I think he's I could even see him winning like most improved player. But like I don't know. I think Wemby's going to be like a top 5 player of all time. So, but
all time? Wait, I should ask. Let's pause. Who are your top 5 players all time? Now, remember, you are 20 years old. So you didn't even see Magic or Bird. You didn't even see Jordan. Shit.
My top 5, I'd go Jordan, LeBron, obviously.
Wait, who's one?
Oh, you want order? Okay.
Oh no, yeah. I mean,
I'm gonna start with 5. I'll go 5. I'm gonna go Wilt at 5. I'm gonna go Kareem at 4. No. Actually, no. I'm switching. I'm gonna go Steph at 5. Steph Curry. I'm gonna because I think potentially he could win another ring at some point.
Wait, how?
Next year with Jimmy Butler, book it. Maybe not, probably not. But hey, if they trade for some pieces, I could see him winning one more ring. In which, if he did, that would be
epic. Yeah.
I'll go 4. I'll go Wilt. 3, Kareem. Actually, no. 4. I'm gonna go Magic. 3, Kareem. 2, MJ. 1, LeBron.
I don't hate that. Okay, so go back to the
MVP.
Yeah, MVP.
Yeah, I think honestly, who you mentioned, those are like the top 4. I think Luka should win it. I think second place should be Jokic because he's just unreal. I think third place should be Shea. I'm trying to think. 4th, yeah, Wemby should probably be a nominee. How many nominees are there? 4?
I think you vote on like 10 maybe, but we could just do 5.
Okay.
What about Jaylen Brown? He's probably 5th.
Bro, as a Knicks player, I hate Jaylen Brown, but he's nice. Yeah, he's good. He carried the Celtics without Tatum, so I give him respect. He's also a super nice guy, seemingly.
What do you hear all this nonsense about? We should eliminate like the corner 3. I mean, the constant talk about tanking. Do you think the NBA has a lot of issues they need to fix, or just like, guys, just stop complaining and wait till the playoffs are here? Everything's going to be fine.
I mean, I think inherently the issue with tanking is there's no way to. How do you regulate that? Like, what do you tell teams? Hey, stop complaining or stop tanking. Like, how does that? Like, they're not going to. It's impossible to tell. You saw like that Pacers Clippers game where like the guy missed both free throws and the Clippers player missed both free throws. Like, that's terrible.
Yeah, it was bad.
And pretty clear. But I don't think it necessarily hurts it. It makes very clear sense for the NBA players, especially with the lottery pick. So I don't know. I don't necessarily think so. I think the NBA is very entertaining. The only thing I would say is probably the foul calls. Is that especially with the Thunder.
Oh.
That kills me.
I thought I saw a stat that so in the Thunder's wins over the Knicks and Pistons this week or last 8 days or whatever, SGA shot more free throws than the other team.
Yeah, 41-40.
I mean, that's what are we doing?
Yeah.
The free throw merchant stuff is real. I know the Thunder fans hate that, but it's real.
Hey, I don't disagree with you.
All right, so who's in the NBA Finals this year? Who you got?
I think okay, here's the thing. You're probably going to clown on me, and I am. Here's what I'm going to do here. I'll tell you my bias pick, and then I'll tell you the one that is not. Like, I think my real pick is Knicks versus Spurs. I think that's my.
That's what I have.
That's what you have too?
Well, that was my preseason. I'm wavering on the Knicks. I think the Spurs are a lock, dude. I don't care about this. They haven't won any playoff games. They own the Thunder. You saw them head to head. It's
5-1 or whatever, 4-1.
And Wemby's not even playing like 35 minutes in those games. He's playing like 28, 30. And in the playoffs, he's going to be on the – you can't take him off the court for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But what about the Knicks, though, man? I'm starting to get nervous. I'm not worried about the Pistons. It's the Celtics that scare me. And then for some reason, the Knicks, maybe they're just bored right now. I don't know.
I've been asking myself the same question. I mean, the funny thing is we had a good stretch where we played like pretty bad teams, and we went 7-0 in the last month or whatever. And I felt awful. It was because the games were way too close. We didn't blow that many people out. Sorry, I'm getting a text. Let me turn off my ringer here. They got blown out, or we didn't blow anyone out. And it was like, my perspective is, I think, I don't know, man. I think I have a lot of confidence in this Knicks team as a playoff contender. I think they're going to be so upset about what happened last year to Indiana. My only real concern, I honestly, worry about how we match up with the Pistons because they play with so much intensity and it's hard for us to match it. That being said, they're not very experienced in the playoffs, and now the Knicks have been to the playoffs in the last 4 years starting this year. So I think we have more playoff experience. I think because each game is so clutch in the playoffs, Jalen Brunson and the Cat combo is going to help us out a lot. And I think my real concern is that the Celtics are going to want like such revenge for what happened last year with Tatum being back and us sending them home. So that would be my main concern, but I think we can get it done. It really depends on what that first round matchup is. If we get Toronto, that would be awesome because I think we can beat them in 4 or 5 games.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a lot of, time to rest and then motivation. And then honestly, I could see the Hornets upsetting the Pistons if they get the 8 seed.
Wow. And Cade, we don't know if Cade's going to even be there for game 1.
That's true. That's true.
Last question, Hudson.
Yeah.
Now, again, remember, he's young, people. What is your favorite Knicks player of all time? Who is your favorite Knicks player of all time?
I'm gonna give you 2 on who I grew up watching.
Jeremy Lin.
Yeah. Yep. He's number 1.
Is he one of them?
He's my first favorite of all time.
Oh, I love Jeremy Lin. That's amazing.
Jeremy Lin, I grew up because he had his year, 2012, 2013 was like insanity.
Yeah. You were young, though.
Oh, yeah. That's why I was like 7, I think. And that's when I first became a Knicks fan. And I remember I saw him at the Garden once. My friend has like not courtside seats, like really nice suite seats. So she brought me one time. And I got to see Lin, and I was like, dude, this guy's insane. Jeremy Lin, I would say, is my top one, and then probably Carmelo Anthony, just because I love. Yeah, and then my favorite one.
The rumors are they hated each other.
I know they did. They did hate each other.
Carmelo was jealous that the fans loved Lin.
Correct. It was tough scenario. Definitely hurt our playoff chances for a few years.
Badly. All right. His name is Hudson Matter. He's big. What's your favorite platform, dude? Is it TikTok, YouTube?
For entertainment or like optimization?
What do you, if you showed me your phone and where you spend the most time, which one is it?
Oh, good question. Probably. That's actually tough. It's probably a mix between YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter.
Which one Twitter? Wow. Which one makes the most money for you? Twitter doesn't make anything, right?
No. Definitely YouTube. YouTube monetizes better than anywhere.
So that's where people should spend their most time building their brand.
Oh, for sure. Brand.
TikTok doesn't?
Creator. They do better than they used to, but anything short form, it's going to be so limited because you can't run ads.
What about IG?
Same thing. It's all short form.
Damn. Instagram's the most fun, though, right?
To post on, you mean?
Yeah, to post on doom scroll.
I probably post them, for fun. Yeah,
but YouTube's where you should.
Like Instagram stories, whatever.
All right, Hudson. Thanks a lot, buddy. We'll see you out on the court soon.
Yes, sir. I'll see you soon.
Later.